this is Carol from the team at CJG Wellness for another of our monthly chats where we talk about health and wellness and how we can help you live life to the full. Today we've got Margaret Sadler, my very good friend and colleague, and she's going to talk to us about nature's wonders of the beehive. She is from Forever Living Products, which has the most, produces the most bee products. And so, without any more ado, I shall hand over to Margaret. Thank you so much, Margaret, for today, and for doing this and for telling us all about the wonders of the bees.
Hi, my name's Margaret Sadler, and I've been using these products for just over 20 years. So I'll start off with our powerhouse of vitamins and our lovely, lovely bee pollen. There's 100 tablets in our lovely little pot, and bee pollen is just a powerhouse of compressed bee pollen with honey mixed in, and it gives us an incredible number of vitamins and minerals, which I'll read out to you in a minute. You can use these tablets when you're feeling tired. Most of us that use them have that afternoon slump at maybe 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, when lots of people would grab that cup of coffee. But because of all the goodness, and bee pollen gives us that nice energized feeling. So I suffer with something weird called Meniere's disease, which means that my energy levels were really at ground zero. And someone said, why don't you munch and crunch a few bee pollen and they should help you? So I found out that they did. And they've helped many, many friends now with similar issues and with allergies. We've got people who have tried them and used them for hay fever starting in February. People will take them to alleviate those symptoms and had great results. And also friends who have had asthma have taken it alongside some of our other products, mainly our aloe vera drinks. So Forever actually have a huge area of beehives, around 500 square miles, that's right. If you think of the size of our M25 in London, that awful car park that we have, you think of the vastness and the circle of that, and the inside full of beehives.
Wow, that is amazing, isn't it?
Massive number of beehives.
Massive.
And they are high up in the Sonoran Desert in Arizona. I've been to Arizona twice to have a look around, and those little bees are kept, and there's so many beautiful plants with flowering shrubs everywhere for them to happily buzz around and collect all the bee pollen. And we collect it in electric carts, so you get a beautiful clean product packed full of vitamins and minerals. So I'll just read from our lovely book here that we have vitamin A, as in beta carotene. We have vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, lots and lots of Bs, and even vitamin C and vitamin D. And since we're talking now in 2022, we are in the COVID season for the last 2.5 years, and the majority of us have been told that we're deficient in vitamin D, and I didn't even realize that it was included in the bee pollen. So that is quite amazing. We've got vitamin E, vitamin H, if anybody's heard of vitamin H, folic acid,
Didn't know there was one.
pantothenic acid. Those bees are exceptionally clever. We've got phosphorus, iron, copper, calcium. Think of your bones and teeth and what have you. Potassium, manganese, sulfur, sodium, titanium. I thought that was only to make golf clubs.
Yes, yeah.
And posts to put the teeth in, that if your tooth drops out and they give you a nice little, you get a titanium post. Anyway, titanium is a mineral, along with zinc, iodine, boron, and nickel, and other fatty acids. So those clever little bees that smile and flit around every day are busy collecting all the goodness for us that we can get in our lovely, lovely products. So we've got some fantastic stories really that have helped people with their hay fever, rhinitis and allergies and things. So yeah, really, really good product. I don't know whether Carol's got any testimonials that she wants to mention.
Well, I do know that the bee pollen is exceptionally good. And I remember that you said that our founder used to take 10 a day, didn't he?
12 a day, yes, Rex
12 a
Morn,
day.
that's right.
Rex
I used to
Morn,
ask
yeah,
him what
that's
he
it.
had for breakfast because he had so much energy in his late 70s, and he said he munched and crunched 12 of these with his muesli in the morning.
I think I shall have to try that. That sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'd be on speed. It'd be really, really. So it's called our legal speed, so we've got to be careful.
Yes, yeah.
But it's fantastic because if you do lack energy, and I severely did with many years, and it was a horrible feeling. Lots and lots of people with ME take it as well because they find it really helpful for their symptoms, to alleviate their symptoms.
Yes.
So it's a jolly, jolly fine product.
Yes, no, the bee pollen is extremely good, and it helps you in so many different ways. Well, with all those vitamins and minerals, it would, wouldn't it? It's really
that's
supporting your system exceptionally well. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, thank you.
And then we've got our tasty royal jelly. This is our lovely, best flavoured product. And these little tablets here, very sherbety and delicious. And lots of people will take it last thing at night to help them get off to sleep, because lots and lots of people have sleep problems. A lot of us probably with our blue light from our phones and iPads and things. But they're a powerhouse of vitamins as well. And the queen bee lives solely on royal jelly. All the worker bees feed her, and they live apparently about 8 weeks, and the queen bee can live around 6 years. So she just eats royal jelly, lucky her, for all of her life. And in the first week of her, from being born to in the first week of her life, she grows 2,000 times to sorry, I can't get it right this time. She grows to 2,000 times her original size from conception. So she grows enormously. So royal jelly is obviously very, very good for us.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's a milky substance, and the bees are incredibly clever. So that's packed full of goodness for us, and it's rather delicious. So a friend of mine had a Springer Spaniel who used to wet the bed every night, and she gave her one of those. And she had gun dogs because she lived a few miles from here and used to go shooting when it was allowed. And this doggy had issues, so to stop her wetting the bed, one royal jelly did the trick at night.
Wow, it's an amazing story, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, clever little doggy she was.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, and talking about COVID times, here's our lovely bee Propolis. So this is what the bees line the hive with. So the bees are very, very clever, and a fantastic story that Rex Morn, our company owner, actually told me. If you actually go to any country in the world and see a colony of bees, wherever you are, from Hong Kong, Japan, America, London, wherever, the bees go to the trees and take a resin from the bark of a tree, and they will make propolis, which is more sterile than any operating theatre. And I'll show you one here. It's just rolled out. They're quite a dark brown. They've got an interesting odour, an interesting smell. And if you take a sample from any beehive in the world, it doesn't matter where it is, they're identical. Those little bees are incredible. So they're more sterile than any operating theatre, and lots of us take it as a natural antibiotic.
Yes, yeah.
So that really has helped us all through COVID. One of my really good friends that lives 10 minutes away, her husband was taken into hospital in March at the beginning of COVID, and he had taken lots of these, and he was discharged really quickly. They couldn't believe it, how much he was discharged quicker than anybody else in the ward, and she put it down to that product particularly.
Yeah.
So helping people fight infection, really.
Yes, fight infection. I know that I tend to take it if I think I'm going to have anything, sore throat or anything like that. I tend to take Propolis myself, and I do find that it seems to knock it on the head. So that it's a great little substance, isn't it?
Yeah. Another lady I met, she was sitting in a taxi cab in London, and the guy was coughing all over her, so she gave him she gave him a Propolis tablet, and by the end of the journey he said, I can't believe it, he said, I feel better already. Whether it was man flu or whether he really did have a cough or cold, who knew?
Who knows?
But yeah, so those little bees, our products are easily digestible, aren't they? The bee products, they're really easily digestible, and
taking.
So anybody over the year of 1 year old can take them. So I just want to read you a little bit from, I'm just going to get some information. The bee propolis, this is very, very powerful. The bees actually can't leave their hives, and security of the beehive, lots and lots of funguses and bacteria would get into the hive, but because they make the propolis, it's a barrier. So when anything tries to enter the hive, to combat it, the propolis will kill them. So it's really, really clever. So Aristotle used the propolis as a remedy for many different illnesses, and people used it for skin sores. So lots and lots of Polish and Russian researchers years ago, you get all this information off the internet now, and lots of people used it and found the benefit of it. And our company then turned it into a cream as well for the body. We've got our lovely propolis cream, which lots of people have used for dry skin and irritations. Yes. It's both of my daughter's favorite product to put on the skin. It's a great barrier cream, but when you know the benefits of propolis in there with the aloe and what have you mixed in, it's just a jolly fine product. So I'm just amazed at all those little bees do for us.
All those, what's in each product is just amazing, isn't it?
It is.
And what it can do.
We've got our lovely honey now. Carol was going to say something about that first, I think.
Yeah, well, the honey, I mean, it is a really good natural sweetener. And I've actually made some cakes with it. So I made these.
And I can't even get there to get a bite.
Honey buns, which use the honey, and I mean, I was just amazed at the taste. It's really, really, really nice. And I've been drinking it, having it for afternoon tea with the aloe blossom tea.
This is my sister-in-law's favorite. This is a really caffeine-free, delicious drink. Very economical tea bags, because you get 4 mugs out of each tea bag.
They're very good to squash and use and keep going, so that they're really worthwhile. Yes, both the aloe tea bags and the cakes, which I shall now have a mouthful.
Have a bite. Oh, you've got to have a bite now to make it happen. Yes. So really, nature's little treasure chest. I think if you think of all those little bees working away every day, and how many hundreds of thousands of bees around the world people have got in their honeycombs, it's just terrific. I remember as a little girl, my mum loved to give us fresh honey, and I remember chewing from a honeycomb, and it was just it's very chewy. It was a bit like chewing gum, but it was very sweet, because obviously it had the residue of honey on there. Very sticky, but delicious. So I've noticed a difference in my skin taking the royal jelly. It really has made a difference. I think they, helps with those little laughter lines as we get older, I've found anyway.
Yes. No, I think the royal jelly is, and it helps with your hormones up well, doesn't it? So it's been really good.
Yes, I just found that out for my thyroid. I've been suffering with terrible thyroid problems for the last 4 years. Actually, it's been about 8 years, but 4 years it came to a halt 4 years ago. So I was saying to Carol, really, your endocrine system, which helps with every organ in the body, And the royal jelly, I found out again today when I read through my old notes, the royal jelly is fantastic for supporting the endocrine system.
Yes, yes.
So I shall be munching and crunching on a few more of those and keeping a diary and seeing how much better I feel, and seeing if the swelling will go down on my neck. That'll be good to monitor.
Yes. No, you'll have to let us know how that goes on.
Yeah.
That goes on. Yeah.
Yeah. So many, many, many benefits of our lovely little worker bees, and all those B vitamins, and then A, B, C, D. I can't believe how many things, but they all work in synergy together. It's quite phenomenal how, the bees create one product or two products or three products, but each of the components of those all work synergistically to make something wonderful happen for us.
Yeah, yes. I was just looking here, and it was saying that 1 tablespoon of honey is about 70 calories and has no fat or preservatives. So,
right,
it's one of those really good foods for us, isn't it?
Yeah. I suppose it's like liquid gold.
Yes, yeah, liquid gold. Yeah, well, it is that colour, isn't it?
Yeah. I know when we were on holiday, I've just come back from Spain, and people put it on their porridge. So
Yes.
we have beehives actually from our company now in Spain that are high up in the desert, and the honey is just absolutely delicious. It's the bees. It's so natural. It's lovely to be able to get a good natural product.
Yeah, I think that is the big thing, isn't it? That it is so natural, and because of where the beehives are, both in America and in Spain, there's no pollution, is there?
That's right.
So which is wonderful to have a product which is lacking in pollution and is as natural as it can be.
Yes.
And the bees just work so well, don't they? They just work so well. That's what they're doing. So
yes.
We need to look after the honeybee, because
we do. There was a big write-up, wasn't there, in the paper a couple of months ago about bees, and we've got to look after, have more plants and shrubs for them to forage and get their pollen from.
Yeah.
Even when I sit out in the garden every day, you can see the bees. They're very, very, very clever the way they go into a flower to take the pollen, and they'll know if someone else has just been there before them, because then they zip out and they go in another one. So they're cleverer than you think. They're just amazing. And
well, yes, I mean, having said that, there's another amazing fact here. Did you know 1 pound of honey requires nectar from more than 2 million flowers?
Goodness me.
I mean, where do they find so many flowers? But there you go.
Yeah.
The average hive produces anywhere from 30 to 100 pounds of honey every year.
Wow.
Yeah. And then this very obvious statement: it takes a lot of busy bees to make this delicious golden nectar. Golden nectar, that's another wonderful description of honey, isn't it?
Yeah. You're making me hungry now. I want to go and make some toast and put some honey on there.
Yes. So
did you substitute, when you made your honey buns, did you substitute your the sugar for honey?
Yeah. No, it was made from a lot of honey. That's the honey buns, because that was the main of it, and I just wondered what they would what they taste like, but they're really good. They're really nice, and I think the recipe will be on my website, so that you'll be able to make
I was going to say, can you put the recipe up for everybody who wants to make it now?
Yeah,
we're all salivating and wanting a bite.
Yes, they are very nice. I'm so pleased I made them. Yes, and you can also use the honey and put it on. Well, you said on porridge, but you can also use it with muesli and berries. Make it in layers
with yogurt,
muesli, honey, berries, yogurt, or whatever layer, whichever way you want to do it. But yes, and that's a really good morning breakfast.
Yes, some people like to put it in their shakes as well, because people like to take a shake sometimes for lunch.
Yes, yeah.
And so they'll make up their shake and put some strawberries and a banana in, and then they'll put a couple of teaspoonfuls of honey in that as well to sweeten it for those people that want that extra bit of sweetness.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. No, I mean,
Yeah.
I think the honey can be used in lots of different ways, which is
Very versatile.
Very versatile, and very nice.
And for those people that take sugar in their tea or sugar in their coffee, I don't. Yeah, my mum gave us all double pocket money when I was 5, if we wouldn't take sugar in our tea for a month. And then at the end of the month, none of us wanted to take sugar in our tea. So we've all got very good teeth. And as children, we thought it was great to get double pocket money. But I've got friends who use honey rather than sugar for health reasons.
Yes, no. As you said, they've all got so much good properties in them, haven't they? Yeah. So
that's really, really nice.
Yeah. So we've got the pollen, which helps with a lot of allergies, doesn't it?
Yes,
said.
That's very beneficial for people who suffer from allergies and people who really don't have enough energy. So your energy levels noticeably go up taking that. And it's just incredible. Munch and crunch. I do munch and crunch those. And then have a glass of water afterwards, and you feel a difference within, for me it's about 20 minutes, and I can feel my energy levels going up.
Yes, no,
so
they're quite amazing.
And during COVID, I didn't get COVID for 2 years, and then I went to Gatwick for a day to try and get on a flight, and after being there for 11 hours I came home and I had COVID. But I'd stuck 2 years and 2 months taking my Propolis, and I hadn't had COVID, happily going about. I'd completely forgotten about it. But Gatwick changed all that when I saw several thousand people. But this is great. My mum's 97 and she takes Propolis every day.
Oh, that's good.
She won't wear a mask and she's not been vaccinated. And she hasn't had COVID.
No, that is good.
And this is her lifesaver. Yeah.
So how many?
She's a Scottish rebel.
How many does she take?
I think she takes 3 a day.
3 a day, right?
Yeah. She takes 3 a day. So she's a total rebel. She wouldn't be vaccinated, and she wouldn't wear a mask. And she does her own grocery shopping every Thursday in the supermarket. And she's a wee rebel. So what to do? But she's a fit rebel.
But she's keeping going, isn't she? Yeah.
She is. So. And finishing off with our favourite product, our lovely royal jelly, as a little reminder. That one's very soothing and great for helping people relax. You can pop a couple under your tongue at night if you've got difficulty sleeping, or you just want to. Very good for children when they're going in for exams, to give them a couple under their tongue to calm them down before they start taking the exams.
Oh, that's a good point to remember, isn't it?
Yeah. Or you can, if it's a little person, you can cut one in half and just, it can be a nice little treat. If you've got children that don't like to go to bed, you can just cut one in quarters and say, look, you've got a special treat tonight. This is really, really great for you to help you get to sleep.
Yes, yeah.
Give them a little bit.
Yes, on the pollen, they tell you to take cut it in
water.
But they tell you to cut it up, don't they? And just take a quarter and see. And I did have somebody who did react to the pollen, so that is something you do need to remember to test to see whether you get any reaction to the pollen.
Yeah, to see if you're allergic to bee stings. Yeah. I haven't had anybody who's had that issue, and I didn't even read the label. I just munched and crunched.
Yes.
Thankfully, I was absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But,
that's so good. That's so good that you were fine, because it is. It can be quite detrimental to people. Let's just put it like that. But
that's
I
right.
mean, once you find that you are okay, they are amazing.
I've given one tablet to people and told them to cut it in 4 and take a quarter of a tablet for 2 days and then a half a tablet. And when they're absolutely fine, then they'll purchase some and have them.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's been really helpful. Yeah.
Sure. But I know that the whole range, yes, and the Propolis cream is one of my favourites. I mean, I've got quite a few favourites, but I really like this Propolis cream. I mean, I use it as a hand cream.
I use it on my heels because I'm always running around in the garden barefoot. So I always I have my little pedicure myself, and then I put that on.
Yes, which is, I mean, it's so good for anything like that, and on your knees as well. Anywhere you've got rough skin, it's really beneficial. So
Yes.
Propolis cream, because it's got
Yes,
the aloe in as well.
Yeah, I could have lots of people at Gatwick, but they were running around, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, you need a pedicure, and you need our Propolis cream. Some of them hadn't looked after their feet at all.
No.
It's me being naughty and observant.
Yes. And of course, the other product that's got the Propolis in is the tooth gel. I hadn't thought about that.
Yes.
That's got the Propolis in, which
Yes.
Again is really good for your mouth and
Yes,
oral
keeping your mouth
hygiene.
tight. Yes.
Oral hygiene.
Yeah, my hygienist was flabbergasted that I hadn't ever seen a hygienist. The dentist, I've got a new dentist, so he said, you need to, pop and see the hygienist. And she was incredulous at the state of my teeth. So I've been using the our tooth gel that Carol's spoken about for 22 years. And, she didn't have to do any work on my teeth.
No. And I was told this time that I didn't need to go back for another year, because the dentist actually said, well, whatever you're doing, just keep doing, which is using the Propolis, the tooth gel.
Yes.
Which has got Propolis in.
Yes.
And of course, aloe vera is natural whitener, so you've got the Propolis too. And I think it's just so good for oral health.
It's really good, isn't it? Keeps your mouth really clean and fresh.
Yes.
And you don't get that teddy bear furry coating on your teeth. When you clean your teeth in the morning, they're still clean and fresh at night when you go to bed.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I like that analogy of you don't get the furry teddy bear coating.
Yes.
Your teeth just feel squeaky clean all day long.
Yeah, squeaky clean. Yes. Yeah. So
nice and hygienic.
Yeah.
And the children love it because it's green, and we call it Shrek toothpaste for them.
Yes, that's another.
And they can eat it because there's no fluoride, so they're not going to have any harm come to them. If you Google fluoride, it's rather interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
And we don't have that in. It's nice and free from naughties.
Yeah, so that's really good. So the bee products are just amazing. What those busy little bees, as you say, do, and how they help us so that we can do and be what we need to do and be. Yes.
Absolutely. They're just remarkable. We can't live without them, can we?
No,
the bees really help everything on the planet to function very, very orderly.
Yes. And the bees are very much in the food chain, really part of the food chain.
Absolutely. I think they're probably the beginning of the food chain, to be honest, because cows eat the grass and then all the rest of it. And so it all starts with the plants, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they're the ones fertilizing and making it all happen.
Yeah. And then we can utilize the products so well.
Yes. Yes.
And Forever Living has made them into such usable products.
Yes.
Such takeable products.
Yes. And the bee pollen is so reasonable. It's one of our cheapest products, and yet it's so powerful. It's a powerhouse. I use that word, and I don't use it lightly. They're really a powerhouse to help the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I notice a great difference when I take it. You just feel so much more energy. It's lovely. And that's always helpful as we're getting older. Once we're past 38.
Is that the magic age?
Or 58. We all need that extra helping hand, don't we, to get through the day?
Don't we? Absolutely. Yes.
So it's been a privilege to share it with you all. I don't know whether there's any more questions that Carol's got for us or not.
No, I think we're there. I just need to. I would like to thank you so much for telling us and bringing to our memory and to the fore how precious the bees are, really, how precious they are, and how good their products are for our body. So I'd like to, thank you very much for coming on and for talking to us and telling us all these amazing facts. And so I hope everybody will try out the products and find their benefits for themselves, because you have
and
to
let us know how you get on.
Yeah, find what's relevant for you. So thank you again, Margaret.
You're welcome.
And this is Carol from the team at CJG Wellness saying thank you, and I'll see you again next month.
Okay, bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye for now.